Hello, welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Real quick one here today. Maybe real quick. Anyway, I've got no intention to kind of drag this out. But I was tagged in a post over on Instagram. Side note, please do follow me over on Instagram at Mr. H Reviews by Matthew Stew. So thank you so much for that. And it essentially is about this debate on The Mandalorian and The Mandalorian Season 3 and Boba Fett. Seemingly has been now clarified, confirmed by someone that does actually work for Lucasfilm. Paul Bateman, concept artist for Lucasfilm, has come out and clarified his thoughts as he understands it, which could just be nonsense, but could be a nudge nudge, wink wink, i.e. here's what I know, can't confirm because they're looking to confirm it themselves, sort of thing. But basically, it's all pretty clear cut. Just to make sure folks get the big picture until clarity comes from the horse's mouth, hopefully soon. So he's seemingly announcing that he knows this. I don't officially represent Lucasfilm when it comes to this kind of thing. As I understand it, the Book of Boba Fett and The Mandalorian Season 3 have differing shooting schedules, despite potentially releasing around the same date. In addition, Pedro Pascal has confirmed he's signed aboard for the third season. Consequently, I'm saying it's a very understandable conclusion to reach that it's much more likely we're talking about two entirely different shows than not. Again, this is someone that works for Lucasfilm. Does have an idea of what's going on, does do concept art, does know. And, you know, he does kind of round out the video by... Well, not the video. He does kind of round out the tweet by saying, look, but then it is still 2020, so I suppose anything could happen. Got it? Good. Look, it's confirmation bias at the end of the day for this. I'm not going to lie. Like, of course it's confirmation bias. I didn't think that the Book of Boba Fett was going to be Mandalorian Season 3, because they would have just called it Mandalorian Season 3. A lot of people seem to get really confused by this chapter business, but chapters are held within a book. Mandalorian is told in chapters of The Mandalorian, not the Book of Boba Fett. So, yeah. And a lot of people are saying Din Djarin's story's done and all this kind of stuff. Did you watch the last episode? There's so much set up there. Working with Ahsoka Tano, working with Bo-Katan on reclaiming Mandalore. There's just so... Like, Moff Gideon, actor Giancarlo Esposito has said he's returning for Season 3. And yes, actors lie and all this kind of crap. But look, at the end of the day, I just simply don't believe it. I think there's too much... Like, if it looks like a duck, it sounds like a duck, and it quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. There is so much evidence that points to them being completely different shows. So, and as well, if the Book of Boba Fett was going to be Mandalorian, surely they just call it Mandalorian. You know? And just go, Mandalorian Season 3, here you go, but we're telling the story of a different Mandalorian. So whatever, but this does seemingly confirm it, I think. I mean, it does seemingly confirm it. And again, Paul Bateman works for Lucasfilm, has worked with Lucasfilm, is Emmy nominated. Concept designer, art director, friend of Ralph McQuarrie. You know, and again, he further clarified in this sort of weird little tweet note thing. As Twitter seems to be the usual tangle of juvenile confusion and excessive angst, I'm dropping this out here to make sure folks are getting a clear picture. So again, he really wants to just dispel all the myths and rumours and, you know, angry messages from people and all this stuff, which are perpetuated by certain people. And he just says, look, until true clarity comes from the horse's mouth, hopefully soon. I don't officially represent Lucasfilm when it comes to this kind of thing. It says the same thing as before. But yeah, I don't really see... I think this is pretty good, to be honest. Pretty good clarity. And then people replied saying, so likely two separate but not confirmed. Glad to see that Pascal has resigned. I don't think he has resigned. What's that about? Pedro Pascal confirmed he's signed aboard for the third season. I don't understand why someone says he's resigned. There was behind-the-scenes drama about him being able to show his face. So with last 2 episodes season end and his resigning, it seems they've worked that out either way. That's my main concern. Not overly sure where someone got the resigning from. He's not resigned. And then someone else said that was a fake rumour from Grace Randolph's YouTube channel. Don't believe the hype. If the big tabloids don't report it, most likely it's not true. And then others chimed in and said if Grace Randolph said it, chances are that it's fake. She'd say anything for a headline. She's getting a bit like Mike Zero at this point in time. And then other people are like, when you say resigned, you mean it as if he was resigning and again to play the role of Mando, right? Because resign usually means quitting. Yeah. That was why I was a bit confused by their sort of sentiment here. And then other people, you know, we get it. Seems like KK misspoke though. Mando Season 3 and Boba Fett during the same time. Really feels like Boba is a limited 4 to 6 episode interlude and Mando Season 3 will follow with the other 4 to 6 episodes if things get ironed out. This is what I said in yesterday's video. I said that the Book of Boba Fett, because a lot of people were really confused, like narratively, why would they go to Boba Fett and then, you know, Season 3 of The Mandalorian? I was like, well, it makes perfect sense. Book of Boba Fett could be numerous things. It could be a prequel series to tell us how we got to where Boba is now. Or it could quite literally be telling us of Boba Fett's taking of Jabba's palace in the end credit scene. There's so much that it could be, and then it could just fall in. You know, events that happen in that show can then fall in to Season 3 of Mandalorian. It makes perfect sense. I don't really see the issue. And KK never said Season 3. She said the next chapter, so I think it's really all our fault for assuming that she was talking about Season 3. Yeah, but she said the next chapter of The Mandalorian, which because it's told in chapters. So that makes perfect sense. That would actually be Season 3. So yeah. And then lots of other people saying, you know, thank you so much, trying to clarify, blah, blah, blah. There you go. I mean, I don't know whether it does confirm it, but, you know, you've got someone here trying to, at the very least. Yeah. And then someone says, I'd never question your insight or reasoning, Paul. You've more than earned that. Cheers, buddy. We can all get things wrong. Justin wouldn't be my first time. With a question mark, with a winky face. But I wouldn't say that that's indicating that he's kind of trolling or anything like that. I think he's being pretty honest, to be fair. Yeah. There you go. So, yeah, I mean, it would be interesting to see how this pans out. But I just think there's a lot that they set up that they're obviously going to be continuing. Why wouldn't they? So, yeah. And a lot of people seem to say that him taking off his helmet confirms the rumours about his, like, his sort of angst and stuff. No, that's just basic narrative structure. It's always been building to this. It built to this all the time. I've never understood why. And some people have even gone to say, well, he looks different. So, he looks different in both times he took off his helmet. So, therefore, he's... That meant that definitely he quit halfway through filming. What? What mental gymnastics did you have to go through to get that in your head? That doesn't make any sense. Time in the Star Wars shows, we don't know how much time has passed, and he's just had a massive fight with Moff Gideon. He's going to look a bit dishevelled. But no, don't worry, mate. Of course, that's just because he quit halfway through filming. Whatever. Anyway, there you go. Paul Bateman, Lucasfilm. Check him out. Seemingly confirms. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below. This is a point of contention. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Happy to admit it. But right now, evidence indicates that they're 2 separate shows. Anyway, cheers. Take care. Bye.